Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be on the new season of Battle Pass. This is season 5, and we're just going to go through the event guide. Now, season 4 just finished, and this is just started on the next day after season 4 finished, and there'll probably be a third season this year when this finishes. This season will finish on September the 6th at 6 in the morning on server time in Singapore. So for most players, it'll end on September the 5th, when they stop playing. So it'll run for 3 months. In the same manner as season 4, it'll have 3 chapters, each with 50 stages that you have to progress through. And for each stage that you complete, you'll earn rewards. And one of this part of the rewards, of course, is bounty equipment, and there's a new piece of bounty equipment which we'll touch on. Now, I'll put the link to this event guide in below, so you can read it for yourself. So we will just give you the highlights. There's also a YouTube video specifically on season 5 that Wargaming produced if you want to get the flashy stuff. So again, just to summarize, it's running for 3 months, and you'll be able to earn points in most game modes, so random battles apart from grand battles, and your rank battles in the new season in tier 10 vehicles. The random battles, you need to be playing tier 6 and above in the same way as season 4. There's a new mode coming in called Recon Mission, which will start in July, which is basically test maps, but will act the same way as random battles. And also Frontline mode, which we're also looking forward to. That hasn't been announced in terms of dates yet, but we're expecting that to happen during season 5. But it'll act in the same way that the Steel Hunter mode did as well in terms of earning Battle Pass points. Same as season 4, there are 3 core vehicles. This season it's the AMX 50B, the CS63 and the FV217 Badger, with similar rules as season 4 for getting additional Battle Pass points. And as you complete each stage, as we just mentioned, you'll earn base rewards, and the bounty equipment, or the new specific bounty item, the bounty exhaust system, will be available in stage 90 of the second chapter. So you basically got to go through the 100 stages of each chapter of chapter 1 and then get to stage 90 of the second chapter. Now, but you can do that without needing the improved battle pass. But if you do buy the improved pass, you get all the base prizes, and then you get a second set of rewards for each stage that you complete as well. And once you complete each stage, you'll also get a unique crew member, which we'll have a quick look at, and then you can also choose progressive 3D styles for the core vehicles. And there are also some 2D styles available as well. And the final set of rewards are the tokens that you can earn, and if you had been earning tokens and hadn't spent them from season 4, they accumulate and be added to your total, and we'll talk about the tanks at the end here. So in terms of earning points, no real change there. Tier 6 to 10 vehicles, 7 points for a win in the top 3, or 5 points for a win in the top 10 by XP, or if you're on the losing side, you can earn still 5 points if you're in the top 3 and 3 points if you're in the top 10. If you're playing rank battles, this is a little bit different here in the sense that top 3, 7 points, but you have to be top 7 to get the 5 points. And the reason why is that rank battles will only be 10v10, so there are less tanks in each side. So similarly, 5 and 3 points for the top 10 and top 7 on the losing side. Daily missions will also have battle points, so level 1 will give you 10 points, etc. And in the same way that when you complete a certain number of daily missions, you get some extra rewards. You'll be able to get a 50 battle pass points for completing 45 missions. Vehicle point limits, similarly to season 4, 100 points on a tier 6, 250 tier 7, 400 points on a tier 8, 550 points on a tier 9 and 700 on a tier 10. And if you've got one of the core vehicles, or in fact you've got all three, you'd be able to earn 1,000 points on those specific vehicles. And when you reach the limit of those points, you'll also earn an additional bonus battle pass points for reaching the limit. So we talked about the 3 different reward vehicles. So they all basically give slightly different rewards. So the 50B gives you 9 points for being in the top 3, 7 points for the top 5, and 5 points in the top 10, and similar for the losing side. The C63 slightly different, 10 points in the top 3, and 5 points being in the top 10, and 8 and 3 points for being on the losing side. And the Badger, 8 and 6, and 6 and 4. And then slightly, again, altered for the rank battles thing, so I won't go through each one of them, but you can see that you can flick through and then just see what the rewards are for each vehicle. Now, this is handy widget here, so if you want to put in the number of tanks that you've got in each tier, you'll be able to get an idea of and how many missions you normally complete each day. You'll be able to basically calculate how far you'll be able to go through the different stages, which will give you an idea of how you got a chance to complete all 3 chapters and all the stages there. So we'll let you go and play with that with the number of tanks that you've got. The styles we talked about, I won't dwell on each of those. I've got the 50B one already, which looks pretty good, and it's got some interesting features, including what looks like a wheel of cheese on the back at the top, which the French guys would obviously enjoy when they have a stop for lunch. The crew, same as season 4, but obviously a different set of crew, and there'll be a different story in the video. The main feature of the crew is that they come with a built-in Brothers in Arms, which is a 0 skill, and 2 additional skills have already been added to each person. So you can choose those 2 skills, and then you're just using basically the 4th skill will only cost you what a normal 3rd skill would be. So quite valuable in terms of crew progression. The bounty rewards we talked about, the special one is the bounty exhaust system, and you can get a full list of all of the different bounty equipment which you can have, and again available to you without having the extended battle pass. Now, as you earn those things, you can basically choose your rewards as you go. So in things like training books and blueprints, you can basically choose the country that you want to assign them to. So if you're building up a particular line of tanks with particular countries, you can focus all of the blueprints or training books for those specific countries. And of course, you can then, obviously, if you've got all the countries, you can basically choose the number you want to assign to each country. This next widget basically lets you look at all the rewards, so we won't go through all of them. You've probably seen them all before. They're very similar, but they're pretty rich there. And if you don't choose your rewards that you've earned, particularly all those ones that have got a choice, there is a set of rules here which will tell you basically what you're given. So, for example, if you don't choose the progressive style, they'll give you the 50B style in the first chapter. They'll give you the French nation for the blueprint fragments, the training booklets and training guides. And if you don't choose the bounty equipment, they'll give you CVS, improved hardening, and bounty exhaust system for getting to stage 50, etc. So basically, if you've forgotten to choose them or you're just happy with the defaults, then they'll go with that. There's some 2D styles as well that are available. They look pretty good, actually. Certainly the uranium and corrosion ones. I haven't really looked at the Southern Wind one, but try them out on your different tanks. And some decals as well. And if you complete all 150 stages, you'll get a special medal, and so you'll feel really special when you're wearing that. The rest of this, the Battle Pass tokens for vehicles, hasn't changed. So the Kunze-Panzer, you need 18 tokens. If you're not choosing the improved Battle Pass, but you complete all 3 stages, 3 chapters, and you did that in chapter Season 4, you'll have 18 tokens at the end, and you can earn the Kunstpanzer. I've got some reviews on the Kunstpanzer if you want to have a look at that. I'm not really sure it's worth 18 tokens, but you can check out the various reviews on that if you want to. And the next tank that got introduced this Season 4 was the K91 PT, which is a tank destroyer version of the K91, and that only costs 12 tokens. So you might have been hanging out for that. And of course, the remaining 3 are the ones that have been there from the previous Battle Pass seasons, Season 3 and before, which probably the choice ones are the Jaffa Truth 4 and the AE Phase 1, and they're only 9 tokens each. So if you'd earned 9 tokens in Season 4 and you're earning 9 tokens out of Season 5, then you can basically buy 2 of these Tier 9 tanks. So I'll leave that up to you to make that decision. Then finally, if you're time poor and you've got sufficient cash, you can buy the Improved Pass, and you can buy them both for gold and also with cash, and 2,500 gold per chapter for the Improved Pass, which gives you all the additional bonuses as well. And if you can't complete a stage and you're really hanging out to do that, you can pay 250 gold per stage to complete. A word of advice there: if you're scrambling to get enough Battle Pass points to complete a stage, then I'd wait until you just completed the stage before you're buying the stage completion, because if you're 10 points off and you spend 250 gold, it just gets you to the start of the next stage. Whereas if you have only gained 10 Battle Pass points for that stage and you pay the 250 gold, well, then you get to the end of the next stage as well. So you get the best value out of your gold by doing it at the start of a stage rather than the end of a stage. So that's basically it for Battle Pass Season 5. Again, very similar to Battle Pass Season 4, but with changes to the types of tanks and rewards. So go out there and knock it off. And when Frontlines comes along, so let's see what we can get out of that in terms of Battle Pass once again. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing, and we'll have more good content for you during the week, so thanks for watching.